So the Pivot Mach 429 is ready to go. Got it pretty well packed for the 100-mile Henrico race. And what we're going to do today is, it's 2 days before the race, I'm going to go through the gear in these bags, specifically the non-food items, so that you can see exactly what it is I pack on a 100-mile bike race that I've never done before. It's completely self-supported, and it is a really, really gnarly course. Let's get started. Get some extra carbs here, because everybody likes a nice frosty beverage while reviewing their gear. Okay, that's the ARC personal locator beacon. It's nice because you don't need a subscription for it, but it has one SOS button. It doesn't do tracking. Pretty solid device. Got a link to it along with everything in the description below. Below that we have some parachute cord, 12-inch zip ties, black diamond headlight. Doing a quick battery check right here. Make sure that battery's fresh. Additionally, we're taking 6 spare batteries, enough for 2 changes, AAAs. In this bag we have a Presta valve core, and then a tiny piece of plastic we can use to remove the valve core. That's a Shimano 11 speed quick link connector, just in case we break a chain. 5 bacon strips for tubeless tire repair, and the bacon strip applicator. I like to keep all these little things that are easy to get lost in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag, so that they're less likely to get lost when they're in my bag. Moving on, we have a folding utility knife box cutter. I like this because you can put a nice fresh blade on it, and if you eat the tuna packets for protein, you can cut them open like they're slices of paper after you spoon out all the fish and lick out all the salty leftovers. Also good for other things. This is a GUP quick fix tire sealant and inflator, along with a strip of Gorilla Tape on it. So I carry that instead of a CO2 cartridge. It has sealant and CO2 inside of it, so it kind of does 2 things at once. Never used it before. Picked it up at Sea Otter for $15, and I hope I don't have to use it, but if I do, I hope it's better than CO2. Alright, 3 tire levers. These are the Gorilla Force version. They're pretty strong. I've only broken one of them, and I think they're the strongest levers you're going to get that are not made of metal. This is my 8000 lumen super bright front bike light, and it is also a power brick, so you can charge from a USB port on it, your electronics, and then you can charge it with a USB cord. So I like it because it's rechargeable, and it's a power brick, so it's got lots of utility, and it does multiple things with one unit, so that is why I use that light. This is the Sawyer Mini Squeeze, which is my small paper water filter. Really nice to not have to taste the taste of bleach. And if you're in Henrico and camp at Poncho's Camp, you can put the mini squeeze directly on the faucet there. So that's nice. What's next? This is a 1-ounce dropper bottle I bought on Amazon. Link to the bottle in the description below, like everything. And it's filled with bleach. So you can take bleach, drop it in your water, even if it's unfiltered. Ideally it is filtered, and that's just going to help clear viruses that could pass through a paper filter, and just any other like bacteria below 0.3 microns or whatever the micron filter limit is. I also carry tabs just in case. What I don't like about tabs in a racing environment is that they take more time to open up. So the dropper is a lot faster and simpler. I still carry a few tabs just for redundancy though. Never want to be in a situation where you gotta drink water and there's not a lot of good water available because you can't filter it. This is an older version of the Anchor Power Core 2, which has about 20,100 milliamps of power and 2 charging ports. And jumping here is my backup USB-C cable, 6 inches, short and lightweight. Earbud headphones is a backup for my headphones. Oh, here we got the bike computer charger for the Garmin 850, and another primary charger for the Garmin bike computer. So we have redundancy on our charging cables and redundancy on our headphones. And then, of course, the power brick has 2 ports, so we got some redundancy there in terms of ports, not batteries, unless you count the front headlight, which also can be a power brick. So we have redundancy there. So the balance here is redundancy where we can have it by keeping things light and simple. Chapstick, self-care is very important, so that's that. Butt butter in a lightweight container, sunscreen in a lightweight container. These are 1 ounce containers similar to what you find hand sanitizer in. You can buy them on Amazon, link in the description below. A little bit of Dr. Bronner's soap so I can wash my hands if I go to the bathroom. State parks are notorious for not having soap in their bathrooms, if they have bathrooms at all, depending on the location you are in at the park. This is a spare tire tube for a 29-inch tire. It's got the grams written on it, so I'll be taking that as well, just in case I get a puncture, the tubeless system fails, and we need to put a tire in with a Priesta valve. So that's that piece of gear. All right, these are my backup batteries. They're AAA's, bought off Amazon, and they're for my headlight. So I have 2 sets, 6 batteries total, just in case I need them. Shouldn't be doing more than, like, let's just say 6 hours a night riding, so hopefully I won't need them at all, but I have them just in case I do. Don't want to end up having to hike a bike or not being able to ride because I don't have a lighting system. This is a lighter. It's full size. Ideally, I would just take a couple waterproof matches, but I can't find mine at the moment. So I'm taking that just in case I have to do an emergency bivvy, and I'll make a fire to stay warm. This is my bike repair tool. It's like a 20-in-1. I got a link below. The key thing it has, which most don't, is a chain breaking tool. So just in case the chain breaks, I can cut out a master link and put a new quick link in. So that is that tool. The rest of the items on there are pretty standard: hex wrench, screwdrivers, flat blade, Phillips head, etc., etc. Hopefully I won't need this heavy thing, but I got it just in case. Next we have a small container of chain lubrication. Got to keep that chain lubed, especially after the water sections on this ride. A lubricated drivetrain is a happy drivetrain. This is a little straw for the water filter system, the Sawyer Mini Squeeze, so you can just attach that to that and drink straight out of a pond or something. So I'm taking it, and just a couple extra zip ties there. I also went ahead and copied and pasted the cue sheets for the course and put them in a spreadsheet and printed them out just in case I want to check them off with a pencil as I go through. I don't know if I'll actually do this. I just want to do everything in my power not to get lost on the route, because I see that as a really big crux and challenge. There's just so many turns, so many intersections, so many trails that aren't trails, that it makes it really easy to fail because you miss a turn or get off route and just get lost in the 90,000 acres that is Henrico and the 100 miles that is this track. Additionally, I have maps on Gaia GPS. Highly recommend this app. One key thing to remember, and I always try and do this, is to put your phone in airplane mode and then check when your phone is in airplane mode that your offline maps are in fact downloaded and clear. So I'm just zooming in on the app and checking to make sure my topography lines are what they should be. One thing I've noticed with Gaia GPS is if I update my phone or the application updates, sometimes I lose my offline maps. I have to re-download them. So, anyway, always download your offline maps and then put your phone in airplane mode and check to make sure they are present before you get on trail. And do this for every single wilderness trail you need your maps for in Gaia GPS, not just the Henrico 100. So that's my Gaia GPS tech tip information. So that's it. It's not a lot, and at the same time, it is a lot because it's a balance. You can't bring the kitchen sink. You can't bring 3 headlights and a full 2 spare tubes and everything you would want. You have to really, really pick every piece of gear precisely and take exactly what you need and have levels of redundancy in the areas you need them. That's the gear pack. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.